Vincent Valentine boy, EX Turk boy, Horror Transformation boy, fuck Shimmer boy, Pro Lucretia boy. Let's get started on the Sturgeon Cerberus. Going down on Purge. Better watch yourself, Hojo. Anyone mess with Lucretia, you're gonna get end up at the end of my Cerberus. I play no games. Got your goofy ass on my Hellmaster chainsaw. Don't even.
Hey, it's Noctis. Subscribe to Vincent Valentine EX Turk channel.
What's up, my archfiends of chaos? And well, before I go to bed, I gotta deliver the news. Whether it's bad news or good news, I gotta deliver the news. And this might be a little bit late. Some people already know this. To people who's been following this channel for a while. But if you haven't, if you want to know what's going on, this is the video. If you already know this, then you might want to skip and not watch this video. But I think I just recently found it up. Just did some Google searches and just stumbled onto this article. It is about the Final Fantasy VII web series kickstart thing that was started by that channel, and Square Enix shuts it down. And here we're gonna know why. So, update: Kickstart project removed from the platform due to intellectual property dispute. Production team says it is reaching outside Square Enix in hope of continuing the campaign. There we go. I mean, you're gonna have to depend on Square Enix. They're the ones that's gonna put the legal thing where you can use their stuff. So, update: a huge statement on the project's Facebook page addresses a legal interest in Square Enix has known in Kickstart campaign. You will have noticed Square Enix legal team has taken an interest in our project. Reads the lines from the statement. We're in the process of opening up discussion team regarding the ongoing status of our project and hopefully and the constitution of our Kickstarter campaign. The original story below. A live-action film called Final Fantasy VII, the web series, has been taken off Kickstarter after Square Enix launched an intellectual property dispute on the campaign site. Oh, sorry, my thing went out, my controller went out. So let's continue. The web series. The fan project is the subject of intellectual property dispute. Okay, we already know. According to Takedown Notes, Square Enix posted on a Kickstarter, the project itself infringes on our copyright, so it should be removed entirely from Kickstarter. Director Ginata Medota previously told Kotaku that he was not worried about Square Enix's lawyers attempting to end the project. He had attained music rights for the project. The Final Fantasy VII web series Kickstarter campaign went on live June 22, asking for $400,000 to produce 5 or 6 episodes based off the role-playing game. Well, can't say it's a shocker a little bit. I mean, I've seen the trailer. And some of this is good, and some of this is poor choice. The way Cloud looks is a poor choice. You know, they just had his hair slicked back. They didn't have Cloud with the hair gel. They could just put some regular hair gel and spike up the hair. Stop, Ozarka. Stops you from dehydrating, but I mean, some of their visuals look good, but I think they had poor choice in actors in certain areas. Like, I'm gonna be very honest, I didn't really like the guy who's playing Sephiroth. I mean, I can't say I don't personally like him because I don't know the guy, but I think he was just a poor choice for Sephiroth. You could have got anybody else who was athletic, 6 feet tall to do Sephiroth, and it would have been a better job. You know, my friend, the Sephiroth cosplayer, let's see, you know, Jonathan Adam. I don't know what his cosplay page is. Sorry for using your real name, dude. But he would have been a better pick for Sephiroth. he would probably fly down there, put on the Sephiroth costume, and walk in the fire. I mean, just saying, you know, there could have been anybody that could have done better than that guy. That guy looked too old for the role, but that's just my opinion. I'm just going to put up my opinions and concerns for this, and only those things. I'm not going to try and make it based off of those concerns, but my concerns were, they had poor choice in actors. Rufus Shinra was the only thing remotely close to the character that they're trying to portray. And before you get at me with some, with torches and tridents and angry protest signs, it's not the fact I feel jealous or anything like that. I'm not. That's not the point. The point is their direction was terrible. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Because, I mean, I get they're trying to make a realistic Final Fantasy VII web series. And, props to them for doing what they're able to do. You know what? I gotta say, I give them props for the stuff that they were trying to do. It just was executed poorly. And that's just my opinion. The trailer was not as good. I mean, Aeris and Rufus were the only ones who look close to their characters. Barrett is bald. He doesn't have the flat top like he usually have. And you could just, for Cloud, you could just find a guy with blonde spiky hair and muscles, put some hair gel, swoosh it around, and pull that off. I mean, they could have done so much. Thank God they weren't able to continue, to continue to the point where they had a Vincent Yuffie, because they would have probably messed it up. But that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to get angry fanboys getting mad at me. I do give them props and say that they did good on the fact that they were able to get this far, because, the fact that they're able to get a trailer is good. Even with this legal dispute they got with Square Enix, for them to able to get a trailer out there, and still have it up even after being sued. I gotta give them props for that. I gotta give them mad props that they were able to do this. They were able to leave as a remnant on YouTube, a permanent remnant, because it's still a nice looking trailer. I just think the direction wasn't very good. And I can't really blame this YouTube channel for the direction that they went, because if you really think about it, if you really truly think about it, Final Fantasy VII has a lot of story arcs on us. That means they would have to focus on one. And see, the problem with having Sephiroth in this is, are they going to end it where Cloud goes to calm and he starts having his memory flashbacks of Sephiroth? Or are they going to end it where they beat Rufus? Because there's so many stories in Final Fantasy VII. Unless they were going to make a 30-minute episode of each event, then yeah, okay, that would have made a lot more sense to be able to do. That's why it wasn't attempted before this. And I gotta give them props for attempting this stuff. I gotta give them mad props for attempting this stuff. It just wasn't personally my cup of tea. And you know what? I'm glad they were able to still have a trailer up there. But even then, they didn't try to call it something. I do gotta say that they didn't try to call it something else. Even if you're gonna make a web series, you still would have to call it something else. You couldn't call it the exact title because, well, technically by copyright laws, you could get sued for that shit. You could. So, if you would have called it something else, maybe you would have had a better chance. But even then, even though you got a trailer, you got Square Enix to take a look at this, you did what you gotta do, it just was executed poorly, if you ask me, and that's just my opinion. My opinion, versus, the opinions of people who are true fans of this group. Now, I like this group, and I like what they've been doing with the Final Fantasy VII, like the trailer. I just, I had difficult time trying to figure out what they were trying to do, because Rufus and Aeris were the only two characters that look exactly like their counterparts. They didn't really, and I think that's when Square Enix talked about that they were straying outside the source material. And if you're gonna get a copyright patent, to make money off this series, you've got to follow the source material they want you to follow. See, don't do what Dragon Ball Evolution did. You know, that's why Dragon Ball Evolution was a flop, because they didn't stick to the source material. Now, I'm not saying comic book movies stick to the complete source material, but they stick to some source material where pretty much Marvel and DC are okay with this. Because, I don't know, pretty much what I'm saying is this group could have run their decisions in script by Square Enix before, you know, trying to get a legal thing. Unless they were just trying to keep this only a trailer. But a web series, you're going to have a legit copyright. But, you know, and it's not even a school project. They wanted this as a serious project. But it's like, you don't want to run this through Square Enix. And, well, I can't get mad at Square Enix for, you know, protecting their business and their franchise. You know, web series is just like a movie, you know. If it flops, that's gonna mess the company up. So you should probably, I don't know, don't out your sourcers. For anyone who's trying to make web series of anything, don't outsource your stuff from the people, the source creators, and make sure you run it by them before doing anything. But that's all I gotta say about this news. May the crystal be with you.